Hey DTC fans, Brad here again with another behind-the-scenes look into what's happening at the Dallas Theater Center. Currently, we're in the midst of our summer long-run production of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and I can pretty much guarantee you that this version of Joseph is unlike any you've ever seen. Let's see, we have skateboards, iPads, fashion show-worthy coat, step routine with Mylar pom-poms. The list is endless, I could go on and on, but there's no need to because today I'm giving you access to the man himself, Joseph. With me this afternoon, and the guy who's got the whole town talking, Sidney James Harcourt. Thank you for taking the time to chat with us today. Why don't we dive right in? Right. Director Joel Farrell has done some amazing things with his version of Joseph. What do you think our audiences should be expected to see when they come to the Wiley Theater?
I think they should expect the unexpected. There's so much that's new about this production that Joel has brought to it. He's done a couple different versions, so I feel like he's brought ideas from what he's had before, but he's also used his cast. This is a multicultural Egypt, which I think really lends itself to the tale we're telling. It's primarily seen through a 13-year-old's eyes and the 13-year-old of 2012. So there are skateboards, there's basketballs, there's iPads, there's a fashion show, there's a step competition, there's a rap, there's breakdancing. Yeah, it's like a concert. It's a fresh take on what a lot of people are probably used to seeing in so many different outlets throughout the country. One of the most popular shows out there. But I think Joel did a good job of putting his twist to it and unexpected things, like you said, the audience probably isn't ready to see. Yeah, definitely. People out there are like, how does he? Are you just born with the look? Are you born with the body? But you actually work out before each show. I don't. Well, I work out in the mornings, but I don't like do a pump up or anything. Right. There's nothing that will get you in shape or in the mindset of being in shape like being in front of 600 people with your clothes off. Right. That really That'll do it. That'll do it. Why don't you tell me about some of your favorite moments in the show? That every night or every afternoon you're like, great, this part's coming up. I'm excited. All right. After the intermission, after my first act, I kind of feel like I can take a breath because my major, like the hard things I have to do are done. Go Joe is done. Close Every Door is done. And the next thing I have to do is just have Shamley Ferguson perform for me as the Pharaoh. So you can sit back and get entertained. Right. I mean, literally, I sit on stage and watch him along with the audience, and he's hysterical. Right. And you never know what he's going to do. And it's so hard not to laugh. And he's always like running into my dressing room. He's next door and saying, "I got a new thing. Do you have any lines? Do you have something you can come up with?" And we can come up with jokes. We come up with a new one last night, and it killed. Wow, that's my favorite part. There's a special moment. I don't want to give it away in the show about the coat, but can you kind of touch on that and tell me a little bit about the experience with that coat without giving too much away? Well, there are 3 coats. Okay. The first one is beautiful, and I get ripped out of it, and then at the end of the show they give me a second coat, and it's even better. It's beautiful. But that last coat, that third coat, folks. That last coat, I think it was Elaine Liner that said the only thing that was disappointing about it was that it didn't shoot dollar bills out of the sleeves or have pinwheels of sparks fireworks that turned into butterflies that flew in formation on Ross Avenue. This coat. Don't give Kevin any ideas because that's happening next. I guarantee it. I'll tell you what. When this coat comes out on stage, the audience goes nuts. It's a palpable reaction from them. You can feel it. Yeah. We watch for it. It's one of my favorite parts of the show. I'll tell you what, I've seen the show a couple of times. It is that one aha moment in the show that everyone first kind of just goes silent, and then they realize what they've just seen, and they're kind of like, wow, that's pretty amazing. We definitely have lots of children in this show, 40 of them to be exact, on any given night. Tell me what that's like working with all the children, and do you have any kind of funny top kid moments in the show so far? Well, first of all, to work with them, it's really amazing. They're so fresh in terms of like how they're approaching doing a show. A lot of times you work with actors who are like, oh, we're doing Joseph, and not that that's in this cast, but these kids are just so excited. And for a lot of them, it's their first time performing. Some of them are old pros. One of the girls came up to me, I think she's maybe 9 or 10, and she said on the first day, I really think that Joseph is my big break. And so that kind of encapsulates what the kids feel. Yeah, well, obviously it's safe to assume after last season and this season you've developed a fan base in Dallas. People are used to seeing your face, they love you. Can you tell people watching what you're going to be doing next and where we can expect to see you? I have no idea.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So how do you have a website? Do you have Facebook? How can
I
people-
do. SydneyJamesHarcourt.com.
Okay.
And I'm on Facebook. You can hit me up there. It's one of the great things, I think, about being in this business is that you don't always know what's coming next. So it keeps that adventure of life going. It might be a reading in New York. It might be another play. I might book it. I booked this show while I was in Colorado by auditioning by tape.
Well, equally as amazing as you, thank you so much for taking the time. Kudos to you, the cast and the crew.
Thank you.
I mean, awesome job, awesome job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, there you have it, fans. Even more reason to come join in on the summer fun happening at the D and Charles Wiley Theater. To learn more about this show, our Friends at DTC program, and our 2012-2013 season, simply check out our website at dallastheatercenter.org. We look forward to seeing you at the theater.